listening to Fountain of Thought with your hosts, Dennis Fountain and Sonny Rain. One small step for man, one giant leap for America.
This show contains adult themes and language. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, everyone, to the Fountain of Thought podcast, broadcasting from the Erickson Memorial Studios. This is the podcast where we talk about anything and everything. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or visit our website at fountainofthought.com. Welcome, Sonny. How are you today?
Hot and sweaty.
Well, aren't you always hot and sweaty?
No.
No? Just today?
No, just today.
Just today?
Well, no, yesterday was really bad.
You were hotter and sweatier yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls. All right.
Hey, I got a little trivia question for you. For the all-knowing.
How little? All right, go ahead.
Not that little.
Go ahead.
How do you achieve a perfect winning day on The Price is Right?
Don't watch.
What?
I don't know. I don't know. How does one achieve a perfect winning day on The Price is Right?
Don't you watch that show?
I do watch it occasionally, yeah.
Okay, well, a perfect winning day would be coming up when you're on Bidder's Row, which is the very beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Your bid is exact dead on.
Yeah.
And you win
this isn't a joke. You mean exactly.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
You win $500.
Yeah, for the exact price, right?
And you go up and you play a pricing game.
Right.
You win that too.
Right.
Now you go to the Showcase Showdown and spin the wheel.
Well, what did you win, though? Because you could win a car, or you could win Plinko, or you could win...
It doesn't matter. I said a perfect winning day. I didn't say...
Oh, you didn't say amount. You just perfect winning day.
Just a perfect winning day.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, then you go on to the...
well, you got to spin the wheel.
Yeah, it's called the Showcase Showdown.
Yeah.
You spin the wheel and you get $1.
Yeah.
Which you get what?
$5,000. Right.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you get a second spin, and if you hit the dollar again, you get $25,000. Right. And obviously...
The red or the green.
Yeah. Well, red or green aren't worth 25.
Yeah, but you can still win, though.
Yeah, I said, but this is for a perfect score on The Price is Right, where you pay attention.
You just told me the dollar amount didn't matter.
Well, it doesn't matter on the prize, no, but the ultimate of what you can win does.
Okay.
If they offer you a car in your pricing game, yeah.
Yeah.
But if they don't, they don't. That's out of your control.
Okay.
So
all right.
Second spin, $1, you win $25,000.
Yes.
And obviously you get into the showcase.
Yes, and then your bid has to be within $100. And you win both.
$250.
Oh, $250?
Yeah.
Oh, then you win both showcases.
And that would be considered a perfect day on The Price is Right. And one other thing.
Yes.
All those people in Contestant Road that never make it up.
Yeah.
Do they get anything?
They get consolation prizes.
They get $300.
Yeah.
Paid for by the sponsors that are listed at the end of the program.
Yeah.
Now, don't you feel edumacated?
Not really, no.
Figures.
But I am going to edumacate you right now.
Well, I only want to do that segment because this next topic is obviously either one going to put me to sleep or really confuse the hell out of me, or both.
I am going to edumacate you on something else.
Welcome to the Fountain of Thought segment, where your all-omnipotent host, Dennis Fountain, ponders life events.
Today, I'm going to ponder the life event of reasons why public toilet seats are U-shaped. This ought to be right up your alley, Sonny. Although you've probably never heard it, there's an organization called the Official International Association of Plumbing and Mechanical Officiates. Holy crap for a title, huh? That writes the codes that most states adopt as their public restroom laws. Since 1955, the American Standard National Plumbing Code has called for U-shaped toilet seats in public restrooms in the U.S. Why, you ask?
Why? Oh, omnipotent one.
Because apparently there are a whole host of hygiene benefits offered by open front design. There's a running theory that some, shall we call, gentlemen aren't as careful with their aim at public toilets as they are at their private ones. Well, the U-shaped toilet seat provides a partial solution for this potential misfiring. Thanks to their open front design, they reduce the chance of urine backsplash at the front of the toilet seat. And really, lady or gentleman, who doesn't like less chance of backsplash? It really doesn't matter who you are or what genitalia you bring to the toilet. If you're a toilet sitter, the U-shaped seat reduces the chances of your junk touching a place where someone else's junk has recently rested. It provides a nice, breezy, hygienic gap to avoid the chance of this happening. And even if it's basically a paranoid myth that you can catch things from the toilet seats, a little extra precaution never hurts, right?
Right.
This reminds me of the Star Trek, the one where they went back and the mob took over the planet. Piece of the action.
Yes.
And Spock and Kirk were bantering back and forth, and Kirk would go to Spock, right? And Spock would go, check. And then Kirk, the next one, would go, check. And Spock would go, right. According to Lynn Simnek, the senior vice president of the code development at the International Association of Plumbing and Mechanical Officiates, the biggest reason for the U-shaped toilet seat is to make female wiping more hygienic. Apparently, that big open gap at the front of the seat, that is meant to eliminate the user's genital contact with the seat and to allow women to wipe their area after using the toilet. So here's an obvious one. U-shaped toilet seat requires less material to produce than the fully rounded ones. Since they're most often found in public restrooms, it makes sense that the business owners and restaurants opt for the cheaper design in outfitting their bathrooms. So the next time you sit on your personal fully rounded seat, take the time to bask in its luxury. Toilet seat thieves aren't exactly clamoring to get their hands on the U-shaped treasures. In fact, one of the alleged benefits of the U-shaped seats is that they're less likely to be stolen. And before you ask, yes, apparently toilet seat theft is a real problem. So much a problem, in fact, that some public restrooms have begun foregoing the toilet seats altogether. And finally, there's also a running theory among lay toilet connoisseurs that the U-shaped seat design is simply more comfortable. However, if that's true, though, it doesn't really make sense that more people don't utilize the open front seat for their own personal toilet.
Now, I thought the U-shaped toilet was designed because of people like Johnny Holmes, so that they can actually fit their junk into the toilet.
That's part of the reason, I guess. It's all relevant, Sonny. It's all relevant.
It's all something, right?
It's all something. Thank you for that. That's very good. All right, jiggle the handle. Jiggle. Jig. Yeah. You're not a very good jiggler.
I was in my youth.
Yeah. All right. So you're wasting a lot of water there, big guy. You know, water is not as cheap as you think it is. All right. Let's try to get a little more serious here.
Hey, read the sign.
Life is too short to be serious all the time. Have you heard about the WannaCry ransomware?
Is this something to do with computers?
Yeah.
Problems with computers?
Apparently you haven't heard this.
No, apparently when I have a problem with a computer, I call 1-800-DENTIST.
Yeah.
Okay? And then he figures it out, and I don't have to deal with any of this crap.
Well, I know that you're such a news connoisseur, so I thought that, perhaps you had seen this.
No, I'm a sewer, not a connoisseur.
Oh, you're just a sewer?
Just a sewer.
Just a sewer? Okay. Well, WannaCry is a ransomware. Do you know what ransomware is? It locks up your files so you can't use them, and then it wants money from you.
Oh,
so
really?
Yes.
Is this kind of a virus or something?
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
So the neat. The latest. Wow, that sounds like fun. Can I try it?
It does.
The latest cyber attack has affected over 200,000 Windows computers in more than 150 countries, including China, Japan, South Korea, Germany, Britain. It swept Europe and Asia quickly. Just a few days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, locking up critical systems in the UK's National Health Service, a large telecom in Spain, and FedEx, among others. Once infected, a victim's computer is denied access and instead displays a message that demands the equivalent of about $300 in Bitcoin. And people have paid their $300 and still have not had their files unlocked. So what happens is you get this virus and it literally locks up all of your data, so you can't access your data. It's locked up. And then they want $300 in Bitcoin, which is untraceable. So I know that we've talked briefly about this on the show before about Bitcoin, but it's digital money. and it's easily traded. It's untrackable, untraceable. So it's if you put it into their checking account, you'd easily find these morons.
And basically, the bigger your gap is, the easier it is for them to take your files.
Yes. So you can see how I related with this, right? Yeah. You're catching the segue. Very good.
It's genius.
It isn't it? Yes. So ransomware is often transmitted through email, pop-ups. It involves locking up people's data and threatening to destroy their data if not paid. I want to go over basically some of the things that can happen, because you hear people say, oh, I got a virus, I got a worm, I got a adware, what's this? They're all a little bit different than each other. So very briefly, what there are. So a virus. First of all, everyone thinks of a virus. A virus is a program that's capable of continually replicating itself over and over again without any user intervention. Typically a piece of code, and it causes damage to your computer either by deleting or corrupting files. So your computer won't start, you can't access it, you're having it run slow. It's doing some type of damage somewhere on your computer. It can do it to the files, it can do it to memory, it can do it to your hard drive, several places like that. And sometimes it's disguised as a game, an image, an email attachment, a website, shared files, links, or even on an instant message. So that's what a virus is. A worm is a type of virus, but it's spread through your computer by creating duplicates of itself on other drives, systems, and networks. So it may not necessarily affect your computer, but you're giving it to other people. So you're passing that on. Spyware is a program that does exactly what it implies. It spies on you. Some of these spyware programs contain keyloggers. So every time you type something in your computer, it knows what you're typing. So when you go to a website, it knows the password you're typing in. It knows the user logon. It knows the password. It keeps track of all of that. It can keep track of your email addresses, your browsing history, your online buying habits. It can keep track of your computer's hardware, software configurations, your name, your age, your sex, your social security number, all of this stuff. So that's very key in theft identity.
Okay, but isn't there a legal form of that? Because I've noticed, like, when you, I go to my personal Facebook page, it'll always bring up stuff that I viewed at Amazon or eBay or this and that. I mean, isn't that a form of...
Technically, it's a form of spyware, yeah. Because what's happening now is all of these websites are keeping track of you, like I said. But you're right. I'll be on my desktop computer at home and say I'm looking for pressure washers. All right? And I go to a couple different sites. I look for pressure washers. I'm done. I leave that computer, and then I'll go somewhere, and I'll be in my Facebook feed. I'm scrolling down my Facebook feed, and there's ads for pressure washers in my Facebook feed.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So it knows exactly where you are.
So again, my question is, isn't that a form of spyware?
Yes, you are correct.
But that's legal.
Yes, that is legal. Yes. They're also collecting all this data about you, too, about where you shop and all of that thing.
Did you see that? I contributed.
You did. I'm so impressed. I'm very impressed with you.
I'm going to take my nap.
Okay. Now we have adware. Adware is software that, once installed on your computer, tracks your internet browsing habits and sends you pop-ups containing advertisements related to the sites, topics you visited. Basically what we just talked about. Malware. Malware is short for malicious software. Malware is designed to interfere with a normal computer operation, usually giving hackers a chance to gain access to your computer, and this is when they start to gather information about you. There's also a thing called a Trojan or a Trojan horse. This is a program that either pretends to have or describing having useful or desirable features that you want, but technically it's not. It provides damaging code. So, I mean, there's much more in-depth topic, but those are what can affect your computer. Those are the bad things you don't want. So you may want to say, well, how do I stop that? Because you look at, let's just look at recent history. You got ransomware that WannaCry just infected. You have the hacking of the DNC, and you wonder, well, how can somebody that big get hacked? Or Hillary Clinton's emails. She was hacked several times. Or John Podesta. John Podesta, Hillary Clinton's campaign manager. This is where 90% of the WikiLeaks stuff happens. They got his information because he clicked on a link and typed in his username and password. That's about as dumb as you can get. So here's some ways to protect yourself from viruses and malware.
Number one. Stay off of porn sites.
Number one. Actually, I don't even have that on my list. But yeah, that would probably be
a bad
good. Yeah. All right. Keep your software up to date. Don't click on links within emails. Use free antivirus software. Back up your computer. Use a strong password. Use a firewall. Minimize your downloads. And use pop-up blockers. So let's take number 1. Software makers update their software to fix bugs that could potentially exploit your system. And there was a fix for the WannaCry, and it came out, I think it was 8 weeks. Yeah, 8 weeks before WannaCry came out. So everyone knew it was coming, and there was a patch for it, but nobody did it. Nobody updated their software. If you click on automatic updates in your computer, it will do this for you. You don't have to do that. Now, I will tell you that I don't do that. And the reason why I don't is because sometimes there's a problem with an update, and then it's hell to get it off of there. Normally, when an update comes out, I give it 2 or 3 days, and then I'll install it, just to be on the safe side. I don't know if I've actually, maybe once or twice it's been beneficial. But I'll get a little notice that I'll download it. It says an update has been downloaded. Do you wish to install it? And I'll wait 2 or 3 days, and then I'll go ahead and install it. Don't click on links within emails, just like John Podesta. A good rule of thumb is if you don't recognize the sender of an email, don't click on any links with it. Microsoft says that 44.8% of Windows viruses infections happen because the computer user clicked on something. Even if somebody you know sends you something, if you're not expecting it, don't click on it. Send them an email, say, hey, did you send me this file? Because chances are it's a spoofed address and it's not the person you're looking at. So you say, well, how do you know it's safe to open something? Obviously, if the user told you that they're sending it to you, you can open it. Or if you move your mouse over it, move your mouse over to what they want you to click on and just keep it there for a second. Hover over it is what it's called, and the address will pop up. So if some weird address or some weird link pops up, don't click it. You're going to be in trouble if you do, so don't do it. Keep in mind that no one will ask you for sensitive information. No one will ask you for your username and password, John Podesta. Did you hear that? No one will ask you for your social security number. It doesn't happen. Nobody does that. Not one single legitimate website would do that. If you lost your password or you can't remember your password, you go to that website. They'll send you a link to reset your password. Don't ever click it and enter your stuff directly.
Most of them now, they'll just text you right to your telephone.
Yep, you can get a text to your telephone. You enter a code in, and you're done.
Or even a landline.
Yep.
They'll call you on a landline.
Next is use free antivirus software. And the keynote here is free. Don't pay for your software. Don't do it. You don't have to pay. Windows users, they have Microsoft Security Essentials, which is free. You can use that. Avast, AVG, Threatfire, these are all great free versions. Personally, I use Avast. I think that's the best one that's out there. You can get the paid version if you want, but the free version works very well. I will say my antivirus is set up to auto-update. That one I don't mess with. But when it comes to Windows, I usually like to install my updates personally. But for my virus, I let it update whenever it wants. In the background, it does whatever it can. 40% of users have let their antivirus software expire. So you got to click on the updates. Make sure it does automatic updates. If your antivirus is out of update, it's useless. It's why even bother having it? It's not going to do anything. 35% don't know when their existing antivirus software will expire. Frankly, I'm one of those. I don't know, but I don't care because it does it automatic. Sonny's making fun of me right now. He's making faces at me. 25% have turned off their antivirus software because they felt like it was slowing down their computer.
Oh, that's bright.
Back up your computer. You have 3 basic backup options: an external hard drive, an online backup service, or cloud storage. You can use free services like Google Drive and Dropbox. You can add your files here. They can be continually updated. Dropbox does a great job at this. Whatever file, you can have a Word document, and as soon as you change it on your computer, it's automatically updated in the cloud for Dropbox. It changes it automatically. In fact, it'll give you a little notice that it's been updated. Works like a charm. The only drawback is there's a 5 gigabyte limit for the free stuff. If you want to pay more, you get more usage, obviously. Online backup services charge a monthly or yearly fee, but they'll do everything for you automatically. Most of them are around $5 to $10 a month for this service. Carbonite and Mozy are some of them. So if you want to go that route, you can go that route. If you decide to do it just completely on your own, like I have several external drives, and I'll back up. Usually I back up to 2 of them, so if something happens, I got a backup. I will tell you that I lost all my DJ music one time because the computer crashed, and then I had a backup hard drive in that computer, which bit the big one as well. And then I had an external drive, and the odds are astronomical. In fact,
you have a better chance of winning the lottery.
You have a better chance of winning the lottery than this, but the backup drive failed as well. And it was weird because I tried to recover my documents and I could see them. I could see all of the music there, but every file was zero. I just couldn't retrieve them no matter what happened. So I lost everything. So that hardly ever happens. But
and I'll bet you said, "Gosh dang darn."
I did.
Golly gee whiz.
Yeah. No. Golly gee willikers.
Willikers.
Yeah. So the big thing here is after you back up your data on your external drive, unplug it. Don't leave it connected to your computer, because if it's connected and you get infected, it can pass on to that drive because it thinks it's part of your computer system. Now, here's the next one that gets me a little perplexed because it drives me nuts. Use strong passwords. You want to use a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols. Try to avoid the same password for everything. Password security company splashdata.com says, believe it or not, the most common passwords are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and
A, B, C, D, E, F.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The company says these passwords are used by, get this, 37%. 37% of the people out there use these passwords.
So our moron rate out there is 37%.
Yeah, 37%. So when creating a password, you want to use 8 characters or more, and you want to make them easy to remember. Try using a short phrase separated by spaces or underscore. Underscore is like the underline button. So you could do like fountain underscore of underscore thought, and then a number and like a question mark or an exclamation point or something like that. That would be a really good password.
A lot of them places will not let you use those things, though.
Some places won't let you use an underscore.
They'll let you use, it has to be lowercase, uppercase, and at least one number.
Yeah. And then sometimes the number has to be in the middle. Sometimes it can be anywhere. Yeah. So that's my problem, because there's no uniformity to that. I think there should be. I also think that you should use biometrics. That should be the answer to everything. Biometrics. So my laptop has facial recognition that lets me on. My phone has a fingerprint recognition that lets me on. All of my apps are fingerprint recognized. So if I want to go into any of my banking or my credit cards, anything like that, I just hold my finger and it reads my fingerprint and lets me in. That's the future. That's the way to go. Biometrics is the answer. But right now, technology isn't quite there. Technology's there. People don't want to spend the money to make it done. So here's the answer. It's called LastPass. In LastPass, you can create one single master password for the LastPass website, and then it generates passwords for you for all of your websites everywhere. And it uses encrypted passwords, and no one can get into this. It's free, okay? So LastPass is free. It won't cost you anything. And here's the kicker. Even if you want the premium, you can get the premium, and it only costs $1 a month. So for $12 a year, you can use this LastPass. You only need to remember one password.
Well, as long as you type that, it'll remember what it made up for that particular.
Yeah. What happens is
what if that company gets hacked?
I mean, you're screwed. I mean, if a company gets hacked, you're probably going to be screwed anyways. I think that's a great feature, that you have one password that resides in your computer on your taskbar, and then when you go to a website, you get one-time login, and then boom, it remembers everything for you. So it's a good program, and it's free.
Send me that link. I do like that idea.
Yeah, LastPass. Yeah,
because I'm sick of having to write these things down because I don't remember.
I have like 2 or 3 passwords that I use, and I use variations of those 2 or 3 passwords. But sometimes I'll forget, and I go, all right, well, was this the one where I used the capital and the number, or is this the one where I didn't? And sometimes I'll sit there, and then the problem is if you enter it 3 or 4 times, then they lock you out.
Yeah.
And then you got to call and reset, and it's a pain in the ass. So, yeah. Use a firewall. Just because you have antivirus software running doesn't mean that you have a firewall running.
Do I have one?
Yes, you have one, because you have a router.
And that's a form of a firewall.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's software firewalls, which are okay, but a router is the best way to go, because that's a hardware firewall. They're very hard to get through. And if someone's trying to hack in, this comes primarily for hacking, but if someone's trying to get into your computer, they have to break through your router first. And a lot of the times, it depends upon the sophistication of the hacker, they'll look at that router and they'll think that's your computer, not your computer, because they can't see it, because they got to get through the router, the firewall. Minimize downloads. Try not to download things from websites that you are unfamiliar with. So that would be, file sharing sites, things of that nature that you don't know where they came from. just be careful. And if you do want to download something, you can put it in what's called a sandbox. So you'll download something, and your software, Avast has it. I believe they all have it. And then you can scan it with your virus software before you open it or before anything happens to it. It's like separated. It's in its own little sandbox. And then if there's a problem with it, your software will tell you.
Yeah, well, my Avast, if I do download a picture or something, it immediately jumps on it.
Yeah, it will tell you.
Immediately.
Yeah.
As soon as I click on it, it grabs it, eliminates it. I don't have any problems with it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Most people don't, but you can. If you're downloading something from a file share and you're unsure of it, run it in the sandbox and see how it works there, because it's in its own private little separation, like Faraday cage type of thing, and nothing will happen to it. Use a pop-up blocker. That's a real simple one. Almost every web browser now has them built in. Just make sure you have that turned on. It'll stop the pop-ups. If you do get something like that, never hit the close button. Always try to hit the X button, or the best thing to do is, if you're really unsure of it, you can hit Control-Alt-Delete.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, and then you hit it one time, and it'll pop up a screen, and then you can just stop using that service or stop using that file or stop whatever it is and get rid of it. If you hit it again or you continue on, you can reboot the whole computer, and that will always work too. So really simple. Those are just things to help you along. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but I thought it was important just to talk briefly about those. And then some people say, well, all right, what if I have been infected? What can I do? Well, the first thing you do is disconnect the internet, unplug it. If you're wireless, shut off your wireless. If you're wired, pull the plug, shut off the internet. Most of the time, just that little simple thing alone will stop you and allow your antivirus software to kick in and correct the problem. Because sometimes if you're infected, it shuts your antivirus off. It's smart enough to know that. But if it's not coming in and not getting at it, you can shut it off and do it. The next thing would be if you can run your software, go ahead and run it and check it. The best way to do that is a boot scan. So in other words, you would tell your virus software, it depends on your virus software, but it's all pretty easy. You tell it to scan it on a boot scan. So you're going to reboot your computer, and upon reboot, before your computer does anything, before it runs any piece of software,
go into safe mode.
Well, you could go into safe mode, but you don't have to.
I was just trying to guess.
No. Before Windows gets activated or does anything, what happens is it'll scan your computer for you before it runs any piece of software, and that's the best way to get rid of it. Because if you're infected, it's going to send a false signal to your software to tell it that, hey, I'm okay, I can stay here. All right, so that's it. That's
No, you missed one.
I did miss one?
If all else fails and none of that is a solution to the problem, there's always this. Problem solved.
Well, I don't know if that actually solves the problem. It might create a new one.
The moral of the story is this. Yeah. If your computer has a big gap, and it sounds great to put a Trojan in it, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it, folks. No, don't do it.
No Trojans in your big gap.
No Trojans in your big gap. Real quick, two things. One is we talked about cutting the cord a few episodes ago and how you could get rid of cable and get rid of satellite and strictly go to other means. But you have to have the internet for most of these things. Well, Facebook has just signed an agreement with Major League Baseball. And effective today, they are now streaming one game a week completely free. So the game of the week now is going to be on Facebook completely for free.
But it can be any game.
It can be any game. It's what they in the Major League Baseball have decided is the game of the week. Yeah, you can't pick the game; they pick it.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, that's where the future is. All right. We talked also previous episodes about movies and such, and just released today are some movie premiere dates, and I wanted to go over some of those with you really quick. Avatar 2, which has been talked about for a long time, has finally a date. It will be December 18th of 2020. Now get this. Avatar 3, 2021. Avatar 4, 2024. And Avatar 5, 2025.
So these are going to be like the Back to the Future? It's going to be to be continued?
Apparently. 5 Avatar movies? I don't know. Did you like Avatar?
It was entertaining.
Yeah, I don't know if it warrants 5 of them.
I mean, I don't even know what you would do for a sequel on the second one.
I don't know. Star Wars Episode 9 is slated for May 24th of 2019. Frozen 2 is slated for 11.
Whoa! It's not coming out at Christmas this year.
Nope.
Oh, that's because it got bumped by Avatar, right? Because that's owned by Disney as well. Then why did they move it up?
I'm thinking because apparently that date is 42 years and a day from when Star Wars originally aired.
How brilliant!
So I'm thinking that's why they're picking that date. I don't know exactly, but my guess is that's probably why. So Frozen 2 is 11/27 of 2019. Indiana Jones 5 with Harrison Ford, 2019.
It's gonna suck unless you bring the Nazis back.
Lion King remake 4/19 of 19. Toy Story 4 7/10 of 20. And the last one I have for you is Avengers Infinity War Part 2, July 10th of 2020. So there you have it, folks.
Where's Avengers Infinity War Part 1?
Apparently that's already, the release date for that was already out. I don't remember what that was, but the release date already came out. These are new release dates.
So this is going to be another one to be continued?
I think it's, it's Part 2. I believe it's July of 18 is when...
Speaking of Avengers, remember Tony Stark, but yeah, that's who I'm talking about. But
Robert Downey Jr.?
Yes, thank you. How he was saying he wasn't going to play this role, and every time
he was going to be done.
Every time
last time with Iron Man.
Because
they give him more money.
Yeah, but now he's going to be in Spider-Man.
Yeah, well,
I was like, every time he gets a chance to be star, I think he just loves the role. He's not fooling
Well, that's
anybody.
his best role.
Oh, it's just him. Period.
Although I will tell you though, I did like him in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, he was.
I thought that was really good in that role.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, he did a good job in that. All right, folks.
What do you mean a black thing? What do you mean a black thing?
We're going to be right back after I sweep the studio for bugs.
Your family is goofy giggles, hugs, crocodile tears, mischievous grins, and the very definition of love. Photographs show your connection and how your family fits together. These moments are fleeting. Seize them now so you can remember them forever with a family photography session with Carrie Huff Photography. Who takes the photos in your family? Don't struggle years from now remembering what the parent holding the camera looked like during that time. Get in front of the camera and be with your family. Book your family session now with CarrieHuffPhotography.com. That's CareyHough photography.com or call 603-782-0304. That's 603-782-0304. There'll never be another time exactly like now, so remember it forever with CarreyHuffPhotography.com. CareyHough photography.com.
Well, did you find any?
No, the only electronic bugs are the microphones.
Oh, I thought you were looking for like cockroaches and things like that. I was going to tell you, just reach in the cabinet over there. There's a big can of Raid.
Is there? Oh,
yeah.
All right. Well, I'll save that for next time. Welcome back, everyone. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor of our show, please drop us an email at talkfot@gmail.com, and we'll discuss the finances behind that because we can really use some advertising.
Please.
Interested in your very own shout out? Let us know at facebook.com/fountain of thought, on Twitter at talkfot, or email us at talkfot@gmail.com. And you could be rewarded for listening.
All right, we're going to reward Cassie Curry and from Palmer, Mass, Mark Baldiga. Thanks for listening, guys.
And I want to send out a shout out to the inventor of the frontless toilet seat.
U-shaped toilet.
U-shaped toilet seat.
Frontless.
So that way it's got a big gap.
Oh, God.
The moment you've been waiting for is finally here. Yes, true or false headlines.
All right, folks. True or false headlines is being powered by the Massachusetts Ludlow Lions Pancake Breakfast this Sunday, May 21st from 8 to 11 a.m. at the Ludlow Polish American Citizens Club, 355 East Street in Ludlow. Tickets are $5 for adults, $3 for children, and are available at the door or by calling 754-900-ROAR. All right, true. True or false headlines. How this works is I will say a headline that could possibly have been in a newspaper. And, Sonny, it is your job to tell me whether this headline is true.
You never said it had to be in a newspaper.
False.
That's a new one.
Well, it could be a newspaper or on the web.
When's the last time you read a newspaper?
Actually, it's been a long... Well, I read them online, but actual physical newspaper, it's been a long time. Yeah. I used to get the Sunday paper for the coupons, but it wasn't even worth that anymore.
Oh, the coupons suck.
I know. It wasn't even worth that anymore. All right. Here's the first one. Man robs fake bank.
That one is false.
That one is true.
Of course it is.
Police say a man walked into the First National Bank Training Center in Greensboro, North Carolina on Tuesday afternoon and demanded cash. Police spokeswoman Susan Danielson said the suspect thought the training facility was a real bank and used real money. It doesn't. The training facility is set up to mimic all of the real qualities of a bank, but uses fake money instead of real cash. The suspect left with nothing, and no one was hurt in the failed holdup. No arrests have been made at this time.
And why should there be? It was a fake robbery.
It was a fake robbery.
Exactly.
Wow.
All right. 2 caught trying to steal statistics exam. What are the odds?
True.
Yeah, that's true. That's because I had a tough time saying that. If it was false, it would have just flowed off my tongue. You're right, it's true. Police say 2 University of Kentucky students crawled through an air duct to steal a statistics exam from the professor's office, but were caught because he was working late. University police cited Henry Lynch II and Troy Kippeth, both 21, for third-degree burglary and referred the case to the Fayette County Circuit Court. University spokesman Jay Blanton told the newspaper the instructor left his office about midnight Tuesday to get something to eat. When he returned, 2 men ran out of the office. One of them later returned and confessed. Police said Lynch told officers he tried stealing the exam earlier in the night but couldn't find it. He also confessed to stealing an exam from the office earlier in the semester.
Found anything yet? We ain't found shit.
What a dork. Who goes back and says, yeah, it was me? I'd wait till they show up and then confess.
Liar, liar.
It was me. All right. Here's the next one. Murder suspect wants to use his penis as evidence in court.
That is false.
That is true.
Oh, come on.
No, that is true. A Florida man accused of murdering his girlfriend wants to show his penis to the jury as evidence that he accidentally choked her to death during consensual oral sex.
You gotta be
I can't stop. Broward County Police arrested Richard Henry Patterson, 65, in November of 2015.
What's his nickname? Brockwurst?
Charged him with second-degree murder in the death of 60-year-old Francesca Martinez, his girlfriend of 4 months. Patterson's attorney, Ken Padowitz, is arguing that I can't even say this. I'm laughing. That Martinez accidentally choked to death while performing oral sex. In a motion to the court, he said a former medical examiner will testify that the woman's death is consistent with being accidentally sexually asphyxiated during oral sex. Padowitz wants the judge to allow Patterson to show the jury his penis as evidence for his defense. The attorney said he plans to prove the victim's death was an accident that happened during consensual sexual activity. Padowitz said if the judge balks at Patterson showing his penis, why would the judge say, no, you can't see his penis? I mean, really? Why would he say that?
Whip it out.
Yeah. If the judge balks at Patterson showing his penis in the courtroom, he'd consider introducing a mold of his client's penis as evidence. Although bizarre, this may aid in the defense of Patterson, as according to the autopsy, there were no signs of trauma and no bruises to her neck. All right, here's the last one. Man sues for time off to have sex with his wife.
That is false.
That is false. I made that one up. Yeah. So there you have it, folks.
That's a rule you tried to make at the movie theater.
Yeah. So let's
you figured just if the audience can have sex right in the theater, why can't you take time off and have sex with your wife?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So there you have it, folks. You may want to just all take, for the guys out there, just take a mold of your penis because you never know when that may come in handy.
You may need that for evidence.
In the future.
Let's play Hollywood Soundbite Theater.
All right, Dennis.
All right, Sonny.
This game has sucked, so we're going to try to do some little improvements to it.
All right.
So basically what we're going to do today is going to have our subject matter, and it's going to be wild card for this week. Following this episode, we will now spin the wheel a week ahead of time to decide what the two topics will be for the following week.
All right, so how it's going to work is you spin the wheel for your topic next week. I'll spin the wheel for my topic.
Agree.
Okay.
And what the objective is to get the best out of three. However, I'm going to throw in one more little change.
One little caveat.
Yes. If you hear a soundbite and you're not quite sure, each one of us gets one pass.
One pass.
You can pass on that one and go to a new soundbite.
Okay.
Are we clear on this?
I am clear on this. So what happens if we lose?
If we lose, what do you suggest? I suggest telling an embarrassing story.
All right, that works for me. So if you lose, you have to tell an embarrassing story on the show.
Okay.
All right, I'm game.
Let's go.
All right.
Who goes first?
You can go first.
I'm going to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Here is your first soundbite.
Here's the pulse, all right? And this is your finger. Far from the pulse, jammed straight up your ass.
This is Jay and Silent Bob.
I need more of an answer than that.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Very good, very good, very good. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, you go.
All right.
Now back up, put the gun down, and give me a pack of tropical fruit bubblicious. And some Skittles.
Play it again.
Now back up, put the gun down, and give me a pack of tropical fruit bubblicious. And some Skittles.
Oh, come on! You know this!
I'm going to have to use my pass.
Oh, it's Bad Boys.
Yeah.
All right.
You're thinking, did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Now, to tell you the truth, I forgot myself in all this excitement. But being this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and will blow your head clean off, you've got to ask yourself the question, do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
You should play it again. Oh, I'm kidding.
I was going to say.
Dirty Harry.
Yes, very good. Very good.
1-1.
1-1.
And I've used a pass.
This is bullshit. I want Bush. Pan down.
That was so short. Play it again.
This is bullshit. I want Bush. Pan down.
I'm going to pass.
That,
Porkies? Porkies?
No, Revenge of the Nerds. That
Yeah,
was Booger.
I knew it was somewhere in that, yeah.
Yeah. You're passing?
Yeah, I passed.
Okay, how about this one?
Really?
Really?
That's all I get?
That's all you get.
Oh, my Lord. One more time?
Listen to
I know, I'm
it.
listening. It sounds like it's Weird Science.
Yes!
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, sir.
All right. You're up.
What? What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English in what?
Again?
What? What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English in what?
You know who it is, though, right?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
But my God, the man is in so many friggin' movies.
He's in every movie. Never mind Kevin Bacon. You should do 7 separations.
I'm going to have to say Shaft.
No, it's Pulp Fiction.
I didn't like that movie.
Yeah, neither did I, really.
And this is your third and final.
Yep. Oh, come on! Really?
Really?
We're going to be that way.
We're going to
be that way. I'm going to go with Little Rascals.
Oh, God, you're going to be so disgusted with yourself.
Yeah.
Caveman.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. All right. If you're going to play that way, then I'm going to play that way.
Who wants food? What do you got? I got brown sandwiches and green sandwiches. Which one do you want?
What's the green?
It's either very new cheese or very old meat.
I'll take the brown.
Play it again.
Who wants food?
What do you got?
I got brown sandwiches and green sandwiches. Which one do you want?
What's the green?
It's either very new cheese or very old meat.
I'll take the brown.
I think I'm about to lose my first round of Hollywood Soundbite
Well, you're not going
Theater.
to lose. We're tied.
No, we're not tied.
Oh, I thought we were tied. Oh, you only got one?
Yeah.
Oh, good. You're going to lose.
The Big Lebowski.
Listen to this.
Who wants food?
What do you got?
Dan Aykroyd's in
I
it.
got brown sandwiches
Walter
and
Matthau.
green sandwiches.
Grumpy old
Which
man.
one do you want?
What's the green?
It's either very new cheese or very old
Odd
meat.
Couple.
I'll take
The
the
Odd
brown.
Couple, yeah.
I lose.
There you go. All right.
All right, let's spin the wheel for the next week's
Oh,
topic.
no, I want to hear. Oh, we're going to spin first and then embarrassing.
You want to hear my embarrassing topic first?
Yeah, I want to hear your embarrassing. Yeah, your embarrassing moment.
I really wasn't prepared for this because I didn't think I was going to lose.
You don't usually lose.
Right. So I'm not prepared to tell
All right, so then we'll spin while you think.
Okay.
I'll spin first.
All right, sounds good.
And Star Trek. Movies, not TV.
Star Trek
movies.
Gotcha.
All right.
My spin.
Yep. There you go. Probably your favorite category anyways, Adam Sandler.
Ugh.
What do you mean, ugh? There's so many movies that you just don't want to. All right, what's your embarrassing?
Let's see. About the time I was in August Moon, and it was a very hot summer night. We went skinny dipping.
August Moon was a band that you were in,
exactly.
for those of you that don't know.
And we were all having a great time at 1 o'clock in the morning. And
were you pudgy dipping?
Yeah, naked swimming.
Pudgy dipping.
Whatever.
Because you weren't skinny. Actually, back then you were skinny.
I was very skinny.
Yeah, you were back then.
I was 121 pounds, mind you.
Yeah. He looked like, if you can imagine a short, even shorter Rod Stewart. That's what he looked like with his dyed blonde hair. And yeah.
So anyway, cop car pulled up, and I said, I'm the band leader, so I'll handle this. So I started walking up to the cruiser, and they walked right up, and he opens the window, and he's looking at me very strangely. And I said, is there a problem, officer? He says, what are you people doing down here? I said, we're in a band up the street. I said, we just came down to cool off. It was a really hot night. He says, yeah, okay, I make this rounds back here in an hour. I expect all of you to be gone. I said, yeah, no problem. And he left, and I started walking back, and everybody's laughing at me. Well, I was so shit-faced that I didn't bother to pick up my towel on the beach, and I just walked up. I walked to the cruiser. I walked up to the cruiser completely naked.
Obviously, he wasn't very impressed.
No, because obviously cold water, cold shrinkage.
All right, I look forward to next week and beating you once again, so you may want to think about your embarrassing stories.
Don't get a fat head fountain.
It's time to dig deep. That only means one thing. It's time for questions from my sack.
Questions from My Sack is being powered by Mr. Bill's Boot and Shoe Repair in Pantego, Texas. Find them on the web at mrbills.net, where they'll save your soul and gladly die for you. All right, so you, the listeners, send in your questions. We write them down, put them on a piece of paper. I put them in my sack, and then every episode we'll pull out 3 and see what you have to ask us about. It can be anything and everything. Just like our show. So let's see. The first one is, I know where you're going straight with this one. If you were sitting on Santa's lap right now, what would you ask for?
Forgiveness.
Really?
Yeah, for my leaky Depends adult diaper. No, for real. You want to know what I'd ask for?
What would you ask for right now?
I would ask for, seriously, I want a 2017 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat.
Yeah, you should go with the Camaro Exorcist.
Did you not hear what I said?
Yeah, you want the Hellcat.
Yes, I want the Hellcat.
The Camaro one is way better. It's got so much more power. It's incredible. It's a killer.
No way.
Yeah.
When I get it, we'll race.
Okay.
You'll see.
Okay. We'll race. All right. If I was sitting on Santa's lap, what would I ask for? World peace.
No, you can't ask Santa for shit like that.
Why can't I ask Santa for world peace?
Because it's got to be a material thing, like a toy or something. Don't be stupid.
But it's my Christmas wish.
No, not even. Forget about it. Material goods. That's what Santa's all about. Materialism. Wow. No.
Then I will take the Hellcat as well. So that way we can race and there'll be no excuse when I beat you. All right,
We're not taking any calls right now, please, people.
Yes. Here is the next one. What's your favorite restaurant?
What's yours, fat boy?
Anyone that serves food? No. It all depends. They vary. I have a favorite, and then it'll be 6 months a year. Then I get fed up, and I'll pick another one. Right now, believe it or not, it is Mexicali.
Really?
I love Mexicali.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. You're buying?
I'm buying.
All right, let's go.
Sorry, we can't complete the show. We're going to Mexicali.
See you later.
It depends on this. Again, that's a very vague question, whoever sent it in, because it depends on what time of day we're talking. If we're talking, first of all, we're talking fast food restaurants, Burger King or Taco Bell.
Restaurant, yeah.
Burger King, number one, Taco Bell, very close to it.
I like KFC for fast food.
Isn't KFC now considered like Applebee type? No, because I guess they're still fast food. Anyway, but if we're talking sit down and it's breakfast or lunch, I got to give the thumbs up to Ware Cafe.
For breakfast, I will say that. They're really good breakfast.
They have some good
Their lunch is
too.
okay, yeah.
And if I'm going to sit down and have dinner, I absolutely love Bernie's Dining Depot in Chicopee.
Oh, God, it's been a long time since I've been there.
The conductor cut of prime rib.
With all that fat, do you love it?
Oh, you just stick a straw in it, and you go... and you listen, your arteries harden.
All right, I got to tell you an embarrassing story about Sonny.
What? One wasn't good enough for you?
No, you brought it up. Sonny and I are at a very elegant restaurant. We're DJing a wedding. All right, it's a big fancy affair, and
don't forget, Sonny was drunk.
And Sonny decided that he wanted the fat off other people's plate to eat. So he went around taking the fat off their plate and eating just the fat.
Yeah, well, at least I didn't get shut off at the bar like some people did.
I didn't get shut off at the bar, but yeah, I know somebody did, yeah. At their very own wedding, too. Yeah, that's bad.
That was the first time I saw a bride get shut off at her own wedding. That was great. Shout out to you, babe. That should go in the Guinness Book of World Records.
All right. Last one is, what disease did cured ham actually have? Okay.
That's easy. Swine flu.
I have no answer because I think the question is stupid, but I like your answer.
Thank you.
I do like your answer. That's good. That's right. I'll go with that.
Sonny's pet peeve
of the week.
All right, my pet peeve of the week is this. Throughout the years, I don't know so much today because it hasn't happened to me, but sometime you walked into a place or walked into a room by accident and there was some woman standing in her bra and her panties. And, oh my God.
Whoa. What?
Let's say somebody's in a bathroom or something and you just didn't bother to knock and you just walk in and all this, and you catch somebody, a woman in their bra and their panties.
Okay.
And they get, oh my God, covering up and everything. Yeah. But yet, they'll parade around on the streets. Okay, they'll parade around the streets in the summertime or on the beaches with these things they want to call bathing suits, which are actually very small pieces of cloth sewn together with dental floss, only covering a very minute part of what it needs to be covered.
You have a problem with this?
No. I don't have a problem with looking at it. What I just don't understand is the mentality of why you're embarrassed to walk around your underwear and your bra when that covers up 58% more than these bathing suits do.
I see where you're coming from. Yeah.
Also, when people, they put on really sexy short shorts or something, and then you're looking, and then they give you that look like, what the fuck are you looking at?
Well, that goes all over the place. We've had this discussion before.
I know, but I can't help but say, that's such bullshit. If you're going to dress the part, then let us window shop.
Yeah.
I'm not hurting anything taking a look.
Yeah.
I'm a big fat ass. I'm going to go buy one of those new onesies, and I'm going to parade around.
Oh, the rompers for men. One of those men rompers.
Did you see these ridiculous things?
Yes. They're
and
awful.
Cam Neely, is that his name from the Panthers? The quarterback.
Newton.
Cam Newton.
Yeah.
They showed him parading across the parking lot in these rainbow colored ones. Did he look like a circus asshole?
Well, no, you're not going to catch me in one of those.
Jesus God Almighty.
All right. What is your final thought?
My final thought is, don't you love it when you hire someone to paint half a bathroom and a completion date is nowhere in sight? Dennis, would you care to elaborate on that? Nameless.
Nameless?
You don't want to say it out loud.
Nameless?
No, because that's slander.
No, if it's the truth, it's not slander. He asked when he could be on the show today, so maybe we'll mention him, and then he can come back and defend himself.
Okay.
So Shane, if you're out there listening, I hired Shane to come sand and paint my bathroom. And I made the mistake of telling Shane, don't worry about it. I'm not in a hurry. Whenever you can get to it, get to it. And we're on our 3rd week now.
And how much is done?
And he still hasn't even finished the sanding. So, yeah, everyone's starting to, at the Fountain House, starting to wonder, when are we getting our bathroom back,
And Shane, it isn't Dennis you have to be fearing. Linda's on the warpath. You're dead.
You're dead meat.
Yeah, well, I hear he wants to be on the show.
Yeah, he does.
I can't wait because I want you to tell him this. I want you to do your impression of him
at the theater.
At the theater,
yeah.
When he gets on the show, because I absolutely think that is the funniest shit in the world.
Yeah. Shane used to work for me at one of the theaters, and I do a killer impression.
Oh, I shit my pants.
All right, so maybe,
of course you got to know him to
maybe,
but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll talk to him, see if he wants to come on the show.
Yeah, let's see if he's brave enough now.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening in, and we appreciate it very much. Our numbers keep going up, so we appreciate you out there. Reminding everyone to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Fountain of Thought. Follow us on Twitter at TalkFOT, and don't forget to visit our website at fountainofthought.com for past and future episodes. And remember, everyone, be a fountain, not a drain.
Is it possible for you to shut the fuck up for 10 seconds?
That is a disgusting act.